CNBC is out with our 11th annual Disruptor 50 list, where we highlight private companies which are chasing some of the market's biggest opportunities. Artificial intelligence and automation made a big splash on this year's list, with nearly half the featured companies focused on those technologies. And with ChatGPT becoming a household name, it's no surprise that the #1 slot went to OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. But as more public companies go green, it's no wonder environmental technology was also prominent on the list this year. Take Monarch Tractor, valued at more than $270 million. Monarch makes the world's first ever, fully electric, driver-optional smart tractor. So here with more is Monarch Tractor CEO Praveen Penmetsa, along with our very own Julia Boorstin, who spearheads all of our Disruptor coverage. Julia, I'll send it over to you.
Thanks so much, Dom. And Praveen, thanks so much for being with us here today. We have your autonomous or driver-optional electric tractor behind us. We're about a mile from your offices, and we're here on a vineyard where your tractors are working. Explain to us both the environmental and the business advantages of these new vehicles.
So, Julia, farmers around the world are struggling with high labor costs. They're also having to meet the new sustainability metrics that are coming down. So what our all-electric driver-optional smart tractor does for farmers is to not only save on diesel fuel, also be more efficient on the labor side, but decreases the emissions that come from farm equipment. And we are also able to power not only the tractor, but also all the other equipment on the farm. And more importantly, on the sustainability side, we are looking at a reduction in chemicals thanks to using all of our technology on the tractor, including a lot of AI and machine learning technologies.
So talk to us about the AI. Obviously, artificial intelligence, huge trend on this year's Disruptor 50 list. How are you deploying AI? Is that how the tractor moves around this vineyard and knows where to go?
Absolutely. When we started this company, our goal was to build a tractor that every farmer in the world can eventually afford to use and have a difference made on the farm. So we use cameras on the tractor, and using AI, our cameras recognize what is happening not only on the tractor and with the implement or attachment behind it, but also what's happening on the farm. And all of this AI allows us to train the tractor very quickly. So we can go into new farms and new crops, and within days, help the farmers start to automate their operations and give them alerts and insights to make them more efficient and more sustainable.
Dom, you want to jump in here?
Absolutely. Praveen, thank you so much. I'm watching intently because I have a special emotional tie to where you guys are sitting right now. I was born and raised in the East Bay in San Ramon, not far from where you're sitting right now. When I was growing up, Livermore was just cows and a little bit of agriculture. How important is it for your company to be doing this kind of technology and looking at California as a way to kind of show what exactly autonomous farming can be like?
Don, that's a great question. And we at Monarch are turning Livermore into the center of ag tech for the world over. Like you mentioned, farms and farmland is close by, but we're also very close to Silicon Valley, where AI technologies are developed. Autonomy was developed here. Electric equipment and electric cars were developed here. So that makes this the logical location for us to develop these technologies and deploy them. But also we are at a vineyard here in Livermore, making a difference on the farm, both on giving them more efficiency and savings, but also making the farms more sustainable. So we are very thrilled to be at the forefront of this agriculture and food ecosystem revolution here.
Now, we mentioned that you have some partnerships, such as with Constellation Brands, and these vehicles are clearly expensive. What's the plan to make them widely accessible? What's your plan to get these into more farms, more vineyards?
So, Julia, our tractor, while it's a little bit more expensive than a normal diesel tractor, actually pays itself off much, much faster than a diesel tractor. So we are seeing payback for California farmers in under 2 years, just using all the AI and the smart technologies that are on the tractor, even including the higher price that comes along with being an electric tractor. So on that side, also brands like Constellation now have to meet and report on ESG goals as a part of their metrics. And the fact that they can use this equipment on their farm to see the cost savings, meet their ESG goals, is a win-win for not only Constellation, but for all of us consumers as well.
Yeah, and so interesting seeing how these tractors, in being EV and autonomous, they're collecting so much data that the farms or the vineyards end up being these connected vineyards in a whole new way. Well, we're going to have to leave it here, but thank you so much for joining us and telling us about Monarch Tractor and everything that's ahead. Thanks so much for talking to us today, and I'll send it back over to you guys.